Okay, so what kind of situation do we currently have on GBP AUD? Now, from a monthly perspective, we can see that the market has created a very strong move to the downside after going and stop hunting all the long-term investors that had their stop losses above this high. The market went exactly with a little spike above it and then started the huge move to the downside, shifting away from the strong supply area that the market had created. Now, after such a strong impulse, what do you expect? You expect a retracement. Where is the nearest level of structure that we can find? We can see that here we had very strong resistance, again resistance here, broke to the upside, turned support here, now is turned again resistance, and we definitely expect the market to go and test the area. So we have immediately an overall upside target in mind. However, it's a very important thing to say. We still haven't tested the low. So we still have the possibility to go and grab some liquidity from lower, test the low, and then start a move to the upside also to create this long-term head and shoulders before the continuation to the downside. Now, if we go and see what we have from a weekly perspective. Now, on the weekly, we can see that clearly we still have bearish structure. The previous weekly support is now to resistance here, and we can expect the continuation to the downside from the monthly and weekly time frame for the last push to the downside before the real pullback comes. We go down on the daily time frame. And on the daily time frame, what we can see? On the daily, we can see that yes, the market definitely seems overextended to the downside, and we definitely would like to see the market break the structure back to the upside to go and test the overall upside target. However, until the market remains below this support, this resistance, the overall downside target remains perfectly valid. So let's see how we will be approaching this with students. First of all, let's give an overall downside target. So let's go and see what we have from a COT perspective, so commitment of traders, what big banks and institutions are currently doing on the GBP and what they're currently doing on the AUD. If we're going to see what is going on with the Australian dollar, we can see that currently we're sitting at minus 6K net positions with a huge 28K shorts closed with the last report and more longs added. Thousands of longs are getting added on the AUD, and now tens of thousands of shorts also getting closed. So AUD has been getting quite strong, and in fact, GBP AUD has been moving to the downside quite aggressively. If we're going to see what is going on from a pound perspective, what we can see is that with the last report, we went all the way down to minus 15K net positions from the minus 36K that we had. So we have seen an increase in the strength of the pound from minus 35K net positions to minus 15K. In fact, we have seen thousands of shorts getting closed. First 10K and then another 7K shorts getting closed and thousands of longs getting opened. So in the short term, we can expect some pound strength. But in the long term, we have still seen a clear shift to a negative positioning on the GBP. Going back to our chart, GBP AUD, how we have to be approaching this? Well, as usual, guys, we have to be reactive in the market and not predictive. Okay, trading is reactive, not predictive. Until the market will remain below this area, okay, below this structure, we can be looking for potential shorting opportunities if on the 4-hour time frame we will see proper confirmations. At the moment, everything is shifting to the upside. If then everything will shift back to the downside from a 4-hour perspective, inside of this area, we will add GBP USD on watch list with students. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a good risk to reward, and at that point, good probabilities for the move to the downside. To test the overall structure on the monthly that we have identified earlier. On the other side, if the market will, when it reaches this area from a 4-hour perspective, remain bullish all the time, then we will see a clear break, okay, above this area. If the market will actually manage to break above it, than what we can expect. At that point, we have to wait for the market to make a pullback back to the area, and we will have the possibility to be looking inside of this area for a market to shift from a bearish to a bullish scenario for a longing opportunity. But at that point, I will make an update. For now, since the market is still below the structure from a daily closing perspective, inside of this area, we will be waiting for clear bearish price action to add it on watch list with students. And then as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be looking for a potential shorting opportunity. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you. And I will see you in the next video.